Hey everyone, this is Jackie Tucker, Member Engagement Specialist with the Self-Represented Litigation Network. One important thing that SRLN has wanted to focus on is self-care. As you see on the screen, self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. You all do such important work, and it's so important to make sure that you take some time to make sure that you're doing your best mentally and physically. So one of these that we want to focus on today is working from home. I've worked from home for a couple decades, but for some of you, it's brand new and it can be a huge change. So just wanted to provide you with some tips today to help you in that, to maybe make that transition or your time working from home go a little easier for you. So these are tips to help you stay productive and sane while you're working remote. My number one tip is to have a dedicated workspace. Even if your remote work is temporary, resist the urge to work from your bed or couch if you can. Make sure you set up a designated space where you work each day and make it as ergonomically correct as possible. You want to be seated in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your monitor at eye level. Not only will this help facilitate an atmosphere of productivity, but your neck and back will thank you as well. Tip number 2 would be to keep the same schedule as much as possible. When you're working from home, it's so easy to get into one of two habits. You can either work constantly throughout the day and night, or you can procrastinate all day and get no work done. So as much as you can, try to start and finish your workday like usual. Take small breaks and lunch breaks when you normally would. This will not only help you to stay on track with your work, but will make you feel more accomplished at the end of each day. And my pro tip for you would be to get up and get dressed each day like you're going into your place of work. It's a small detail, but it really does help to start your day off right and get you motivated. You also want to keep your brain engaged. When you work from home, it can feel monotonous, especially right now when everyone is quarantined. So you have to make an effort to change things up a bit and keep your brain engaged. These are just a few ideas for you. You can get outside, get fresh air, even if this means sitting outside for a few minutes at a time or walking to your mailbox. Exercise is always a good option. Take a walk if you can, find videos online. You can start a new hobby. Your brain works best when you're actively learning new things. You can learn a new language. Duolingo is an app that I've used for that before. You can start a garden. There are endless possibilities for hobbies that you can choose from. You also want to stay connected. Even for the introverts out there, working remotely can cause feelings of isolation. So if you have regularly scheduled meetings, keep these going by using video conferencing. There's lots of options for that. There's FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, GoToMeeting, Google Meet, just to name a few. And don't limit your video conferencing to just meetings. You can hold virtual lunches, virtual happy hours. And we also want you to keep attending SRLN's problem-solving calls as long as we have them to stay connected with others in your industry and talk about the latest issues we're facing as well as the latest solutions. So right now, these calls are every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern and every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So we want to hear from you too. What are you currently doing to stay productive and sane while working remote? Are you having any issues with that? Any questions about working remote? Feel free to email me at jacqueline@srln.org.